Hi everyone. Today I'd like to hop on and share some of my thoughts on the current moments and events in the current timeline that we're in. So there are a few things that have come through, I think, for everyone in the world, and this is related to many symbols that have come in. I know that there's a lot of information that's been going around about a, a certain, about a snake. And I also want to bring to your attention that it's important for you to be mindful that also water is involved. Now, interestingly enough, these are symbols that are related to the influence of the ancient duality that masculine and feminine nations had experienced many thousands of years ago. Ancient civilizations used to believe that the masculine and the feminine principles internally are reference to the snake as well as the eagle, where the masculine principles were reference to the eagle, which is mental and in the air, um, and the feminine principle was reference to the snake or the serpent snake, and that is because snake was referenced as a natural element and not a malevolent force. Now, what we also know since then is that since the duality started, it initiated from the beginning of time when the external belief was put in place to worship that which was sacred, that was meant to be within, outside of you. And once that was made, that was the actual fall of the original ancient human race. So now I'm bringing you back to the present timeline where you are seeing the actual inversion taking place as well again. And the pushing to invert that which was original is currently taking place within the thoughts of man. And so vilifying the serpentine element, which is feminine, and vilifying the water element, which is related to the spirit, are two equal almost elements that are meant to be the same thing. Water in itself, if you look at how water is produced, comes from warmth and a lot of pressure, and it's a bit of alchemy for those of you who have been aware of this. And so I want to bring to your attention another thing to look at, that the word weather, if you break it up, will be ether. You will see the word ether in it. Weather is ether. Ether in motion. What is etheric energy? Now there's some of you that probably don't understand how I can bring it together, but I'll explain to you in a minute. Ether is an energy or space that surrounds you in your physical form. That which is around you right now is infinite potential, which means until you are able to function in your mind about or think about something specifically, you will stay in an infinite potential space. And once you've been able to redirect your thoughts to making something become positive or negative, it doesn't matter, you then influence through your physical form, through from within, you radiate the energy out of you. I do not use the word vibration, but if you don't understand what I'm saying, you vibrate the energy out from you. This is how it works. There's an in and an out, like an in breath and an out breath. So you radiate the frequency coming from within you outward, and you influence the etheric energy around you, and in that way you influence your ether. Okay, that is just a terminology for you to understand how the symbol works in regards to the word weather. So now to bring it all together to you, I will explain how it works right now. There is a very strong drive to enforce the many declarations in the world, in the countries of the world, to enforce an agreement through subjection and belief of bullying tactics and mind control to get you to submit to the original element that is functioning right now to try and take over everyone. If you don't know what that is, then please do some research and read. Now, how is it that a thing like that can bring that energy, can try and enforce it through the same thing that you enforce your immediate environment? It uses a lot of sensory energies to bombard you so that you will lend yourself to that process, so that you will lend yourself into that state of submission, so that you will agree to it. Now, you can change those aspects by understanding that there has to be a fall taking place. This fall is regards to an old world which was originally controlled by these entities, these malevolent forces. However, in order for you to be able to have a seamless, internally peaceful, as much as you are possibly able to have, integration into your internal sovereignty, which is how free you feel inside of you is how free you are, by creating within your thoughts a reality that you are feeling safe in, creating an infrastructure from within your thoughts, going practically and planning how you would like to have your life go through. Like, for example, applying the basic things that human nature requires to live. And if you don't know what those are, please, I would refer to you to do a little bit of research further in the videos to find out what those what those essential things are that you require. So now I want to suggest to you to start applying that ability of logical, critical thinking, but at the same time being able to manage within yourself a calm position, an alert, awakefulness, and to understand that what is playing out right now over the world, specifically for today, which is also a very specific day in terms of Christianity, in terms of many other beliefs and folklores, that we are looking at an actual expression of ascertaining your creative ability so that the ether can be manipulated to create the process forward for them, which means, in simple terms, it is using your fear against you by projecting a lot of bombardment that is mind-controlled mechanisms to override your conscious thoughts. Now, that is what I leave with you. If you do not understand the body of this particular video, please ask me. There will be no judgment over you asking me any questions on this particular note or this thoughts. So now that I've explained to you what it means when you look at the snake, the serpent, as well as the eagle, you need to understand that the eagle is the mental, masculine, the serpent is the feminine, and it is earth-like, and it is passive, intuitive. The eagle is mental, creative, driven. That is just masculine and feminine principles within you. How do you bring them into balance? Because that is what you're supposed to do. You cannot fight the eagle, or you cannot fight the serpent. You cannot allow your fear to make you feel afraid to address the sacred feminine within or the sacred masculine within. You have both inside of you. So the way you find balance between those two polarities is to find the center point, which is your heart, which is water. Okay, it is the symbolic reference to water, which is also the communication and the component to communicate from the spirit into the soul, and how you understand the world around you, which is the way you're supposed to do it with love. Now, I'm also not saying you need to go and do this whole kumbaya, sit there in a little corner and meditate yourself to pieces. That is not what I'm saying either. I'm saying communicate within yourself, understand, think, reason critically how you think, how you feel, how you respond to what you are experiencing. The wind's blowing, the clouds are building up, it looks like it wants to storm. My reaction or must be response, not reaction, not serpentine, not egalian. It has to be calm, centered, breathe, aware, and parry. Move around it. Move around it. Prepare, become logical, become calm, and be at ease. I'm leaving that with you. Much love. Mind what you think. Be heartful. Be in a calm space. And be conscious. And apply the mantras that have been given over all of the videos. There are so many videos on this channel. And if you don't know how to understand or how to go on this journey within yourself and you want to, please write the questions down on a piece of paper and then look at all my videos. And each question that you have asked will be answered in every video that you will find. Find the one that calls you the most. And if you want to know even more and you want to be part of this journey, please feel free to subscribe and to follow and join the journey. Much love. Bye.